official high temperature, 100 degrees.
Yeah, so we are talking about 100 degree plus with the temperatures and that heat index.
All right. Here goes nothing. Welcome to Reverend Big John's Backyard Barbecue. Now, this is the first episode, first thing that we're doing. This time I'm not out on a yak, I'm not out on the shore, I'm not fishing, but I'm gonna be grilling, cooking. I'm gonna turn these short ribs, these oxtails, and this salmon into something spectacular. So giving honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, without him, none of these things are possible. And I truly mean that. The kitchen that I'm in, the place where I am, where I'm able to do the things that I do, without him, none of this stuff is possible. So I'm just excited to be out here. I'm excited for you to see this first show. Believe it or not, I'm nervous simply because I'm not used to this aspect of it. I'm behind the camera more than anything, but now I'm in front of the camera and I'm going to show you what it takes to take ordinary stuff and turn it into something spectacular, No training, no personal training, nothing like that. I pretty much got in the kitchen and just started kind of cooking. You know, I began to just figure it out, especially when it came to smoking and grilling. My dad was a chef, gourmet chef. He did a lot of stuff, but unfortunately, I ate it. I didn't watch it. So that aspect kind of missed me. But man, look, I got on the grill, trial and error. Trial and error until I found what began to work for me. I had some great meals. I had some bad meals. I had some great stuff. I had some disappointing stuff, but it comes from getting out there and just simply trying to cook. And trust me, you too can cook. You too can barbecue. You too can grill. Take your time, figure this thing out. Hopefully, I can take you on a journey and show you exactly how to do it. So I'm gonna get these meats prepared and we're gonna make this thing happen. We're gonna make some magic. First thing we gotta do is, of course, take all this stuff out of this packaging. We got to clean it up a little bit, pat dry, get things the way it needs to be. And I'm gonna show you that whole process. So, hey, welcome to the first episode of Reverend Big John's Backyard Barbecue and Grill.
Take a look at this. Today's official high temperature, 100 degrees.
Yeah, so we are talking about 100 degree plus with the temperatures and that heat index.
100 degrees. We haven't had 100 yet this season or since 2020.
I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Living in life, yeah, sweet. It's getting hot, it's 100 degrees. Got the water major key, we too late, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees. I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees. Packing and moving. I get to work and I'm moving, yeah. Stacking and shooting. I feel like Curry when I'm shooting, yeah. I get them grooving. They feel the beat and get the grooving, yeah. I'm spinning hot, straight to the top. I told you I'm never gonna stop. Where is you going? Where is you going? You really boring. You got me sleeping and snoring, yeah. Are you important?
All right, so I'm back. Now I'm gonna grab some dill weed and we're gonna lightly coat that. Now, the flavor that we want this time, we're using some lemon pepper from Kinder's. I have no idea about this one. I had some other ones that I like, but they're no longer selling them. Or at least I'm not able to get them. But anyway, so now, when you season this salmon, season it. It needs to be covered. As simple as that. You get that good cover. Now, since I'm doing like a lattice, we'll hit it one more time after I finish, but let's begin to make these braids. And now what happens is we have the salmon already seasoned on the inside of the braid. And this piece wasn't that big, but let's just get the job done. It's almost like a little Squidward, like a squid or something. Let's do this. Let's make this a little more interesting. split that down its middle. Almost like a little squid formation, right? I told you, we're gonna turn it into something beautiful, right? A little more Old Bay. Get these sides. Not too much, just a touch. Try to hit these sides on this deal. The only thing I put on after this is 3 pats of butter. I'm gonna put one here, and one here. The grill, the smoker, if we do the smoker, but I think I'm gonna do the oven on this one because I'm gonna show you all the different ways, so don't worry about it. We're gonna get some smoked salmon, we're gonna get some baked salmon. So we're gonna put all that stuff together, you'll be able to see it. But now that we got the salmon ready, all we do is put it aside, let it get to a room temperature, and crank the oven up to 400 degrees. 400. While that's getting ready, we'll start working on the beef. The beef. Now, ultimately, when you're cooking, it would be great if you had like a sous chef or, somebody else to kind of help out with the process. And you want to get stuff clean so that you don't have any cross-contamination with anything, right? You don't want nobody to get sick. So what we're going to do is clean up this stuff, and then we'll come back and start working on the beef. All right, so a little bit of soap and some water, hot water, clean this stuff off, make sure you're good, wipe down your knife, get everything straight so you can go into your next meat. Now, what we're going to do to the short ribs and the oxtails is we're going to put some smoke on it. We're going to trim them, get this fat off. You can leave the fat and put it inside the pot if you so choose. But trim it down some. I tell you, man, it's a process to all this stuff. And it takes time. The greatest cooks out there, they pour love into what they do. And I'm no different. No training whatsoever, but I should have. I went to school for music. All that record label and publishing and everything else like that. And, I was trying to make it in the music business back in the day as a primer. So those who are familiar with me know that I also have a music channel, which is the Primerland Entertainment. And it's on YouTube. And of course I got IG and TikTok and all that other kind of stuff because I am back into my music. Now, we can go ahead and grab the beef. Don't really have to wash your hands behind it because you're still dealing with the same thing. Now, beef is going to be easy to season. I mean, you can put any kind of flavor profile you want on your beef, but I go basic when I'm dealing with beef, and I'm going to smoke it, and I let the smoke do a whole lot of stuff. My briskets, all that kind of stuff. I put a nice coat on it, but I let the smoke do what it has to do. So I don't get real fancy. But I do have my secret ingredients as well that I put on that stuff. Kind of keep my area clean as much as I can. Now my family will love the fact that I'm cooking and I'm cleaning because normally I don't clean. If I go and do all of this, I let them do the work, but I got to keep a neat thing since I'm showing you guys the whole process. This towel is now contaminated, so I only want to use it when I'm dealing with the beef. This is the stuff you got to remember, because you don't want to, once again, cross-contaminate anything. I'm going to get some oil, and I'm going to just pour it all over everything in here. Then, I'm going to get the seasoning. I'm just going to pour it over everything. Once I pour it over everything, I'm going to massage it and turn it around. Get all the oil and the seasoning all the way through. Flip stuff around. Hit my oxtails. Front side, back side, whole side, all sides. And once again, very generous with the seasoning, because you want seasoning. You want it to have some kind of taste, you know. So you have to create that. If you don't create that, you're not going to get that. Once I get all that stuff set, once again, I let it set. Then I'm going to go out, cut my smoke on. This particular time, I'm going to cut the Traeger on. I have both a propane and a Traeger. Look, truthfully, my outdoor kitchen isn't really ready yet. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what grills I want and how I want to set it up, but I wanted to go ahead and get this process started. At least get this first episode out and see how we do. See how we do. So now, the salmon is ready. The short ribs and the oxtails are ready. So what I got to do, while the oven is getting up to temp, I'm going to go out here and get this smoker going. I'm telling y'all, man, I ain't been out here in a while, so I gotta literally take off the cover as well. And let me see. It's going to take longer than 2 hours, but I just want the smoke to envelop in it so that when I put it over into the pressure cooker, yeah, it's going to do some stuff. All right, well, my temperature is ready in the house for the salmon, so let me get to that. All right, so look. Come on, Squidward. We're gonna have some fun with this. Oven is at 400 degrees. We're gonna slip this puppy in. Let's try it this way. Oh, whoop, almost forgot my butter. Generally, I prefer my butter to be pre-softened, but when this is your first shoot, of course, you forget some things. You know what I mean? It's so much better when it's already warm. All right, come on, Squidward. Let's go into the oven and let's make some magic. There she blows. Now, all we need is 10 minutes. You say 10 minutes? Well, I'll tell you why. All right, so like I said, the reason why only 10 minutes on a salmon is simply because that's all it takes. You know, depending on how big your salmon is, you know, if you set it at room temperature, you know, because you don't want to overcook salmon. Once you overcook salmon, that's it. You know, so right now, we got about 6 more minutes left on it. Once that's done, we're gonna pull it out. The Traeger is still preheating. Once we get all that stuff done, we're gonna put the meats on. let them smoke for about 2 hours. Then we'll come back, we'll do the whole process with the Instapot. I'm gonna have to cut up some potatoes and some onions. You know, pretty much you can do whatever you want to do. But like I said, I'm gonna turn something like this into something that's spectacular, something that's great. And that's what we do. All right, so let me go ahead and finish getting all this stuff prepped. I will come back when I'm pulling the salmon out. All right, we are back. We got about 15 seconds left on the temp. Now, your best friend, just right here. Your instant thermometer. Tell you right where you want to be. Dealing with fish, you want to be at about 145. Now, when you're smoking, not a big deal. You're going to get the right temp. See, I'm at 120. So what I want to do, because the thing about the salmon is, it's going to keep cooking right in there. So we'll cut it off. But you got to trust your instinct. The thermometer is going to read one thing, but while you pull it out, I promise you, this thing is still cooking. Look at that. That look delicious, don't it? Don't play with the rev. All right, I hear you. I hear you. Cut you off. Now, we wanted to kind of keep cooking because it never got to 145. It was at 120 in some areas, and a little bit below it. So all we got to do, cover that puppy up. Just like that, let it breathe. It'll finish on its own. I'll even cut the light off. I tell y'all what, man, it's more than a notion when you're grilling and you're the only one filming. I'm moving back from camera to camera. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Most of my grills, I ain't got to clean that much because after I finish my cooking, I always clean them. These grates are nice and seasoned. So all is well. So let me go get the meats. I'm telling y'all, man, this is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Woo! The only thing I feel bad about is that y'all won't be able to taste this. Now, there are those who know, and there are those who don't know. But those who know, they know. When the rev is smoking, you want to get there if you can. Because we ain't play smoking, we ain't play grilling. No, sir, we doing the real thing here. I'm even smoking that fat that I took off. And we're gonna put that all in the Instapot. Let's move this. Come over here and put on super smoke. Now, we just let it do what it do, baby. So yeah, y'all know in between all of this cooking and stuff like that, you know I gotta give you a message. You know I gotta talk the story. I gotta tell you about my Savior. And once again, like I said, made all these things possible, and I'm super grateful for everything the Lord has provided and will provide. You know, most people, they think things are just how it's supposed to be, but don't take stuff for granted. You know, be grateful for the blessings that have been bestowed upon you, especially those who are believers. For those who are non-believers, you know, don't think nothing about it. I can tell you a lot of times, you might not be a believer, but God is still looking out. And He's trying to reach you. He's trying to show you. These things aren't by luck or chance. This stuff is all divine in nature. The Lord wants us to be in a better position in life, to win and not to lose. Amen. So, there you have it. We have now poured out the salmon. We got the short ribs and the oxtails on the Traeger. And the rest is about time now. So before we do the pressure cooker, we'll come back and we'll chop up some potatoes and some onions. How about that? And I'm gonna show you the best way to cut onions, because I don't understand for the life of me why folks keep crying when they cutting onions. I don't get it. There is a secret, and I learned a long time ago from a chef way back when I was a child. I never forgot it, you know, but nobody else talks about it. I watch all these shows with chefs and people keep chopping up and, you know, they crying, you know, the eyes, and because they don't like onions, but onions can be the best thing going as long as you know what it is you're doing. And I do. Be right back. All right, y'all. So now it's time to go and get this meat up off the smoker. And go through the rest of the process. We're gonna pick up these oxtails first, because they're gonna go on the top, and the short ribs go on the bottom. Oh yeah. All right, now that we're ready, we got the meat, we've taken care of the salmon, it's time to do the oxtails and short ribs. What you think is going to be best and what's not going to be best. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer. I'm going to put these things up in here like this. And that's going to be the bed in which my stuff sits on. So now that I got a bed, so now here's what I do. We start layering it, right? Short ribs are in. We get them in, then we take these biggest oxtails, right? Okay, now, so here comes the next layer. I told y'all about onions. Oh, onions, though. Oh, boo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Let me tell you the secret real quick. Don't forget it. I promise you'll always be fine. It's the butt. Don't touch the butt. In this, when you cut this first, you release all the juices in the onion. And that's what's going into your eyes. And that's that strong smell that you smell when you're cutting the onions. So, come to the tip. Come from the front. You know, like they said in Finding Nemo, don't touch the butt. Oh, he touched the butt and he got in trouble. Stay away from the butt. Come up to the front. Cut the front off. Now, you can peel it, which I like to do if it comes off easy, or just cut it, and after you cut it, I can show you. You can cut it this way. You can just take off the ring, take off the skin, right? Take off the skin is all gone, you're good to go. Now, once you do that, you don't really want to dice it all up, but you want to add it right onto them. You know, and look how long I'm gonna do this. Now, you gotta work quickly too, don't get me wrong. You know, you can sit there and mess around all day long with the onion if you want, but eventually these juices are gonna come out. Now, don't ask me why. You know, this is a tough one, so let's just go ahead and cut it up. Don't ask me why the juice doesn't come out. You know, because I don't know, and I always work with everything in front of me. You know, I work with everything in front of me so that I'm not down to the butt yet. So I can take these now and just cut them. You know, simple diagonal cut here, cut here. Then I'll begin to take it, you know, and sprinkle here and there. Now, once I got them sprinkled, let's come back to my seasoning. I always like to throw Old Bay and stuff in. I'm from Maryland. I'm a Maryland boy. Maryland boy. Old Bay is a part of our culture. It is what it is. Throw some pepper on here. Oh, wrong end. Throw some pepper on. Take the Montreal. Get it up in there. All right, now we start on the second layer. Short ribs. Short rib. And now the rest of the oxtails. Now, this is one expensive meal. If you go into a restaurant or something like that, but if you do it at home, you can get way more for half the price. And ultimately, that's what we want. We want some good eating with half the price. You can do it on your own. I promise you, it's not that easy. I mean, not that difficult. Y'all see me, I'm working it right in front of you. Take some more onions, throw them up in there. Grab some potatoes, throw them up in there. Now with the smoke and the seasoning already on it, I have a good flavor profile. Now look, I've cut these onions. Do you see me crying? Do you see me sniffing? You don't see none of that, do you? Because I ain't cut the butt. Now, if you want the whole onion, how you work around the butt is going to be the next part of it. Because you can still get what you want and work around this butt. And not have to go boo-hooing all over the place or regret cutting onions. Because as you can see, it ain't no big deal. Now, the faster you work, the more you can also get from the onion juices. Now, one thing that you can do is after you cut it, you know, when you get near the butt, cut it real, you know, cut it and work with it quickly and just walk away. But I'm gonna show you how I deal with the butt once it's cut. So I still got more onion, right? So, you know, first of all, let's do this, and then I got me a nice cutting surface. I do this, I do this. Now I'm around the butt, but I cut around the butt. I want all the onions cut around the butt. Take the butt, throw the butt away. I have not released the juices. Come on, man. Y'all welcome. That's free. Free information. Matter of fact, that's worth a like, right? A like and a subscribe. Hang out with me on this thing. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I'm gonna show you how to do it. And you ain't gonna need me. And then you'll develop your own secret ingredients. Why? Because you're gonna trial and error. You know, you're gonna say, well, let me try this. Let me see what this flavor profile, because ultimately, it's all about the flavor profile. You can do whatever you want, but if what you do is no good, then nobody's gonna come back. Nobody's gonna compliment your cooking. And they're gonna say, nah, he ain't that good, man. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. All this onion. I just cut a whole onion, man. Do you see me crying? Do you see me sniffling? Nope. Throw it away. Booyah, booyah. That's how we do. Now, grab this. Now, don't get me wrong. At this point in time, because you did attack close to it, there's some juices that are all flying around, but it's not enough to take you down sad road, you know. And so you move around, you take it, all right, because whatever juices are, they're over there. So now I want to show you the sauce. This I did get from my dad. Hey, look, you can't even ask me, you know, what's the name of stuff. I have no idea, man. I just know what works. I can make up a whole bunch of names. You know, this is really my short rib marinade. So I'm going to pour probably about quarter cup. How about that? Quarter cup of that. Because you don't take much inside the pressure cooker. And I'm going to pour them into an equal amount of soy sauce. Then I'm going to do an equal amount of honey. Yeah, we're working it, y'all. I know we are. He's amazing. He's a genius. Yeah, man, I'm not just a preacher. I'm not just a fisherman. I'm a cook as well. All self-taught, you know. But that's what you do. You make the most out of the situation. So now, I got a cup. That's all I really need is a cup of it. And the greatest part is how easy all this is, really, right? Yeah, I ain't done much. You know, I grabbed some meat, cleaned it up, seasoned it up, put it on the smoker for 2 hours, let it get some good smoke in it. You know, and now I'm getting ready to put it inside the Instapot or the multi-cooker or the pressure cooker, whatever it is you have that can cook stuff under high pressure quickly. That's what you use. Simple as that. Grab my pot of deliciousness. Once I get a good mix, everything is mixing nice and pretty. Got that nice, beautiful color to it. Once you get all that, you done chopped up onions, you done seasoned meat, you done did that. And I cooked the salmon, had me a nice lunch. And it is salmon, for those who want to put the L in it. The L is definitely silent. It's not salmon, it's salmon. And, you know, once you get it though, all, then you, here, look at that, look at that. You pour it all over everything. Of course, and the rest of the juices, like when I open this up, you'll see it'll make its own juices and it'll fill up. That's it, man. If you want to sprinkle one more time, sprinkle it. Let it get in there. And there you have it, man. Take it over to the Instapot. Put it on. Turn that on. All right, so now we're back. And all the hard work, everything that we've done, whoo, I'm sweating, I'm tired. It's all done. Could have put garlic up in there. I don't have any garlic with me this time. So I'm not gonna fool with the garlic this time. Put your lid on. Well, first, always check your seal. Make sure you got a good seal so that you don't have no problem when the pressure starts coming in. Put it on, lock it into place. Now, you come down to the remote or the what's this, the keyboard, or, you know, this thing right here. Hit meat and poultry pressure cooker. It says 35. Do not believe that. We're going for 100, not 100. We're going for 125. An hour and 25 minutes. I found out that works the best for me. Once again, it's all trial and error. You got to figure out. They'll tell you do an hour, but when you take that meat out an hour, it ain't ready. You know, it's not the way it's supposed to be. It should be fall off the bone, melt in your mouth type of meat, right? So we're going for 125. We put 125 in, got that right. All we got to do now is hit the start button. Hit the start button. Make sure this is turned to pressure, because that way it's steam release. Make sure it's on pressure. What this thing is going to do is get up to temp. Once it gets up to temp, it's going to start your cooking process. In the meantime, go take a nap. Do whatever you want to do, because you finish. You're just waiting for the finished product, right? I told you, we're going to take something from packages to something that's spectacular, something that's great. You know, we took the salmon, we made a nice salmon, we made a great salad out of it. That salad in the restaurant would have cost you about 20, 25 bucks. Simple as that, especially with all the salmon that was in it. You know, so you too can cook, you too can grill. It's just about getting out there and doing it. So look, let's let this do its thing, and we'll come back when it's finished. So now I'm just sitting here in my rocking chair, because now we're on the weight game. Everything is done that needs to be done for now. And I actually got to charge my stuff back up too, because some batteries were dying. So, man, yeah, this is fun. This is the process, man. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you'll learn a lot as it relates to, you know, smoking and grilling. You know, and like I said, I'm going to throw some cooking in the process. Some bacon, you know, I mean, I do it all. So, you know, but the primary objective will definitely be smoking meats and different dishes and stuff like that. So, you know, and my busiest time, of course, is Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, so we'll get into that as well. So hopefully you enjoy, you know, the first season of Reverend Big John's Backyard Barbecue and Grill, because you too can cook. Just remember that. You too can grill. It don't take much, but it does take patience, and it takes you willing to, you know, trial and error, put your stuff together. So anyway, I'm gonna rock a little bit, relax, and enjoy this beautiful day that's out here. And I'll come back when it's time to do the next phase of the cooking process. Well, we have come to the culmination of a great cook. Everything's done. I need to do two simple things. Number one, you can easily make rice, but with all these new microwave packs, I like to make stuff simple. So I grabbed a cilantro rice pack, takes 90 minutes in the microwave, put it on, there's your rice for this. Now we need to just saute up some string beans. You know, a little salt and pepper, or maybe some lemon pepper. Don't boil it. Don't kill your your veggies. You know, let them still be nutritious for you. So we're gonna put some in some stir fry a little quickly in some olive oil. Put a little heat on it. Put a little seasoning on it. So we're gonna have rice, some string beans, and some short ribs and oxtails. Yeah. Wait till you see them. That's it. That's all it takes. Grab the rice. Open the bag up. Put it in the bowl. Hit it with some extra virgin olive oil. Give it some pepper. salt. And we good. Stir it up. Olive oil helps keep the rice separated. So it's clumping and sticking. Da, 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 da. And here we go. We have finally arrived. So let's walk over here. Let's grab some rice. Put it in our bowl. Some string beans. And now, let's see. Gonna let some of the steam out of there. It's plating time, right? Y'all ready for this?
I'm feeling lost in the pressure. I'm feeling lost in the pressure.
I wish y'all could smell it. Now let's dig in. Look at that. You see that? Right off the bone. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take that one just for GP. Now, you could do several things. You could sit there and make a gravy base, thicken it up, and stir it up, pour it back up in there, and see how that short rib just fell apart. Oh, yo, little short rib. Get you some potatoes. Nice oxtail. Another piece of short rib. Look, look, I can't even, everything that fell apart. Look at that. See that? That just fell right apart. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Man, that's what. This is why you do what you do. At the end of all your hard work, there's a reward. Look at that. String beans, oxtails, and short ribs over a bed of rice. Take this to the table. Look, y'all, you ain't got to go home, but you're gonna have to get out of here. It's time to eat. Hey, this is Red Big John. Always remember to keep the Lord centered in your lives and keep your grills lit. That's what it's all about. Here come the moment I feared. Oh my goodness. Look at that. See that? Perfect short rib. Got the smoke ring to it. It's hot. Woo-hoo. A little bit of oxtail. Oh my goodness. Just the tenderness. String beans are perfect. Hey, you two can cook. All right, I gotta get out of here. Hey, this is Red Big John. Always remember to keep the Lord centered in your lives. And never ever forget to keep your grills lit. You too can cook, and you too can grill. God bless. I'll see you next time.